Wow, what a workout today. I have to admit, this one was a bummer. A huge letdown to me. I really wanted to, do a 10K at least near 37 minutes, but unfortunately, running, you have setbacks, and I definitely had one today. Discouraged, but not broken. I still feel I can achieve my goal of getting a sub 121 half marathon. So this completed the first week, so now 11 weeks I have. But I did some good things about today, and there is hope. So without further ado, let's go over this 10K time trial. See how it did. I guess actually, my apologies. Before we get into the 10K time trial, I just want to update everyone who is not familiar with my plan, the breakdown of it. So essentially, I am on a journey to run a sub 121 half marathon for Thanksgiving, and I'm in the process of doing a 12-week program to help me help me prepare for it. So I am on day 7, and for day 7 I was tasked with running a 10K at a target 37 minutes, which is around 6 minutes per mile pace. So I did that workout, and let me go ahead and give you an overview how that workout went. As you heard from the intro, it did not go as ideal, but it happens. I'm not gonna let it, derail me from my ultimate goal. And here's a little summary, just kind of shows you the Garmin breakdown I put together for this workout. So I had it set up to do 2 miles, just easy running, getting warm up, and then of course you have the 10K. I felt okay about doing 5:45, 6:15. I thought my body could handle that. I know I made a huge mistake of doing it midday versus early in the morning. Just because, more sun out, but that was no excuse for what happened today. And then the last mile is just a 1 mile cool down. And for the workout itself, it did not go anything as planned. So I got in 7.66 miles, which is quite short of, I guess, that 10K plus 3 miles of warm up and cool down, which should be around 9. Total about 118, which was about the amount of time I was supposed to be out there, actually a little longer. Average 10:16 per mile. I know that sounds awful, but there's a reason for that, and you'll see why in a bit. So I actually never really showed this stat, the run walk setup. The reason why I was at 10:16 because I ended up walking for about 2 miles of it, and the reason I did that is because I've been having an issue with my left foot, and I thought I had it controlled, but today it was acting up badly. I think I started noticing it probably in the 4th mile, so 1 mile into my actual 10K. Right after that 1 mile, it just felt uncomfortable, and I thought the warm up would have loosened it up, but it just didn't feel right. And eventually I was like, all right, I gotta be smart. I'm in the beginning of my program. I don't want to make this worse. So I think around a little less than 3 miles, probably like 2.5 miles, I just shut it down. And you'll see it when I get to the interval section, details of that. So average heart rate is pretty low, just because when you balance out a whole bunch of walking with high intensity, it'll average down pretty low. Cadence, god awful. We go into execution, awful. Self-evaluation, I felt weak. Perceived effort, it was kind of hard to judge this because there was parts of it where I felt like I was pushing myself, it was challenging, but once I had to shut it down because of plantar fascia, then I guess it was pretty easy. All right, let's get into the interval. So average pace, it wasn't too pretty for that 2 miles. Since I knew I was going to go pretty hard, I didn't want to, devote much energy to the warm up. I did like a few strides after that first mile, and then just kind of went for it. Maybe I could have warmed up a little more, just completely stopped, done more dynamic stuff that really helped me get ready for that 2 mile. I mean the 10K. But I don't know. I didn't feel like I needed it. I'd done stuff like this, didn't have issues, so it really was a curveball when I started acting up that badly, so abruptly. I'm thinking, in all honesty, it's a lot of variables that could play a role in this. I didn't get a chance to do my swim yesterday because the pool was closed. I don't know, and I didn't do any cardio recovery. I was I think I might have did like one clam for 1 minute, but nothing too intense, very laid back. And then I'm thinking maybe this plantar fascia recovery thing I've been doing, I did it right before the run. I think those hill raises might have made it more tight, ironically, by doing it before the run. Maybe I should have waited till after the run. So there's so many variables of what could have aggravated my plantar fascia so much today versus all my other runs, which have been going pretty well. So when we get into the actual workout, so I was struggling to get kind of at that 6-minute pace. I know I was trying to be adventurous. I don't really like going around the track for anything over a mile. So I decided to do my 10K kind of on open roads, but set it up to where I would be uninterrupted. But I guess that variation and not being level, like the track, and then it was warmer than normal. I was just struggling to get into that 6-minute, get to that 6-minute comfortably. I know I did wake up late, didn't get a really good night's sleep. I was just doing not all the things I should be doing to be a good runner, and then I had a lot of dairy last night. So that's something for most people, you definitely want to try to avoid too much dairy pre-race. It's not a good combination. But overall, I was 6:13. Was getting worse in that second mile because I started feeling the plantar even more, and then the third one, I can push myself through it, but I like to be logical. I had so many running injuries, and I know the worst thing you can ever do is just push it through. It's better to just accept defeat on that workout and try to figure out a way to fix it before straining yourself or pushing yourself through something that most likely is not going to get better. And then for the cool down, that was, of course it's going to be very slow. I'll walk over 50% of it. Going into the timing zones, I got up to 172 heartbeat wise, so I did reach that threshold, which makes sense when I'm doing a 10K time trial. I should have had more time in there if I could have successfully completed. Should probably been 30 minutes. But it is what it is. A whole bunch of easy running because essentially I was walking a good portion of the end, and then the jog in the beginning I wasn't going too hard. I stayed in an easy pace. So that was kind of the workout summary. And going back, I always like to keep you guys update on my Garmin predictions. However, 1 second, let me get my Garmin watch. I actually didn't put it in the sheet. So let's go to my Garmin watch. Let's see what the predictions show. It's my first time looking at it. So I'm actually getting faster even with the poor performance. So it has me dropping off 1 second on my 5K, 1804, 1803. Cool. Let's see. So for the 10K, I lost 1 second. Nice. So 38:35 to 38:34. Let's write that in. And then for the half marathon, let's see. I lost 5 seconds. All right. Not too shabby. 127. Uh-oh. Mistyped something. 127. Come on, type for me. There we go. 127.5, 25 seconds to 127.20. And then for the last prediction, let's see what we have. 3:15.19. Dropped the entire 10 seconds. So 3:15.29 to 3:15.19. Alright, so my Garmin predictions improve, which kind of makes sense. I did do kind of like some pretty solid threshold runs. But overall, the day hurt. There's no fun walking back like 2 miles due to injury. I guess if you want to be optimistic about at least this warm weather, I'm out in East Lansing. I've done that in some super freezing weather. That really is no fun. So that's cool that the weather isn't super cold. But although I had a huge setback today, the 10K, I didn't get anywhere near the 37 target. I still think I should be alright with achieving my goal of the sub 121 half marathon. I just got to make sure I get my foot right. I'm gonna change up my routine that I was doing for, keeping this, my left foot plantar fascia subdue, and hopefully that should allow me to be able to do the workouts for next week. So yeah, just go back to the grind of training and just keep my head high, try to continue to stay healthy, and really take my active recovery more serious. I was taking it serious. I do warm-ups, I do cool downs, I do some strength work, but at the same time I guess I could have done more. I could have been more specific and targeted at what's best for me. So I just gotta figure it out. So that's the cool thing about running. It's not like a set cookie cutter plan for everyone. Everyone has their little nuances, and it's kind of cool just figuring out how the puzzles fit for your body to be able to finish a set program. But I'm learning. I've been in this situation before, and my old me would have probably done something stupid and not been able to complete the program at all. But now that I've gotten older, hopefully a little wiser, I'm not too worried. I feel confident I can still make this work, and I will make this work. Thanks for tuning in. Take care.